Here with the T Apex, we're gonna show you how we're gonna do overspeed, or how to set up the box to do overspeed. You're gonna need a couple things. I need a box. You don't necessarily need it, but it's a good use to have. The tearaway strip, so a safety precaution for your athlete. So if once they get up to speed, if they feel like they can't hold it, then they can tear it away and it'll come off. But it stays attached while they're doing the rep, so it's really well made. The peg, there's also a peg that comes with the box. You also notice there's a small hole on there, and we're gonna show you what we do with that later. The extra wheel, this is the overspeed wheel to help get them up to speed. It kind of helps with like another safety precaution when doing overspeed. And then here's a pulley. You'll see why we need this here in a little bit. Extra wheel, the peg to put the weight on, because the wheel is gonna sit on top, the tearaway strap. We set up the overspeed. For today, we're gonna do about 60 meters of overspeed. We put down the weight and the extra wheel down there, pulled the line out to where we calibrated the line from the box. So that's about 60 meters, and it's 10 meters from the box, well, from the line to this box. When you're putting the wheel on down there, you put the weight on first. You sit it on the ground. So you're gonna put the weight on the peg. The weight's gonna sit on here. So a 45-pound weight should be good enough. There's really not enough space in there for you to add much more. You really won't need it. So a 45-pound plate is good enough. So there's a peg on the underside of the extra wheel. All right, so you're gonna pull that peg, slide it down, and line it up with the hole that's on the other side. All right, you should hear a click. So when you set it up, going to whatever direction, well, if we're pulling back that way, you're gonna pull up on this peg and turn to the left. That's gonna give it some play, so you can pull out the extra line on the rope. So when we pull the line from down there, we pull the peg to pull it down to the calibration point, and then we're gonna lay the line down. Once you pull out to where you want it, you're gonna lift it up, pull up on it, turn it to the right, and it should reset it, and it lands back in the hole. And then when you wanna wind it back up, when you're finished with all your overspeed reps and you want to wind the rope back up, pull up on that pin again, turn it to the left so it can sit up, and then all you got to do is crank it in. Whoop, I didn't twist it enough. Crank it all the way up, spin it in, get it all the way in. Then you're going to pull up on the pin again, turn to the right, and it'll reset back in the hole where it's supposed to. When you start the overspeed rep, the pulley is gonna attach to the box. There's a loop on the bottom, kind of rotates freely, left or right, all the way around. So that piece is gonna attach to the box. All right. So then the line that comes from the extra wheel, there's a black button right here to lock and unlock that. You're gonna press that in and push it towards the lock label. Press it down again, open it up completely. Then you're gonna loop this around here. All right, and once you close it, it's locked into place. It's not going anywhere. All right, so once you get ready to start the rep, so there's two loops on this tearaway belt. One goes on to the extra line. This loop attaches to the belt or to the human. All right, once you get it ready, you're gonna set the box to overspeed. Then you're gonna have the athlete walk back with this to the desired distance. To get them to run the overspeed, you're gonna feel some pressure on the line. You can't run full speed, because if you run full speed, the line's gonna drop, and then there's gonna be some yanking going on. So what you want to do is, while you have the overspeed set up, when the person is ready for the rep, you press start on the screen. Have the person do a light walk-in so they can feel some tension on the line. And once they feel extra tension, then they take off running to hit the overspeed rep. So it's a light walk-in, feel the tug. When you hear a strong tug, it's gonna pull you really hard. Then you take off running with the overspeed, and then that's how you calibrate it. So wherever you want the rep to be on, it goes up to 14 meters per second. So you can set it anywhere from 0.1 all the way up to 14 meters a second, and it controls it pretty well for how fast you want them to be pulled. And now we're gonna show you how we do an overspeed rep. All right, so we got it at overspeed resistance is at 7.5, which is the max. Oh, I get it. I'm recording it, so I'm putting it on there. So we got our overspeed at the top and overspeed on the side column. Assisted 7.5 kg. So for him, we want him to be around 12 meters per second if possible. So slightly faster than what he normally does. He's ready to start the rep, so we gonna hit start, and he's gonna do a slow walk into the rep and then start the overspeed. All right, go ahead. Slow walk in when you feel it. Yep. You can see that. Yep, pulls it. Let's see, then we can go to report, pull up his overspeed report. It says 14 meters per second. Then you can see that was the peak. Shows power at 925, but it shows he was going faster than he normally does. 9.3 second speed range. Distance to peak 56.88.